Greetings YouTube, Simon here, welcome back to the channel, and it's a cold day here in the UK. But what better way to warm you up than some potentially exciting Final Fantasy VII news, and this has to do with Dirge of Cerberus. So this was one of the games that was released as part of the Final Fantasy VII compilation, all way back now in the early 2000s. So Dirge of Cerberus was a game that was released on the PS2 back in 2006. It's a game, I'm ashamed to admit, I never actually played myself. It was an action-adventure game, which was kind of contrasted against the role-playing game, which was the original. It did get mixed reviews on its initial release, and I think a lot of people put off by that. But apparently, Square are doing something with this game, because they have just recently, as of January this year, filed a brand new trademark. This is not a renewal of the existing trademark for Dirge of Cerberus, which still exists. It's still there, it's still active. This is a second trademark, a second patent, which, according to some of these articles I've been reading, also includes a new logo. This is a logo that has been designed fresh for this patent. It's not the logo of the original game, and this has just got people wondering, oh, hang on, what's going on here? So this particular article is from psu.com. I'll leave a link to it in the video description, and I'm not going to read the whole thing for you. You can check it out. It just says that Square Enix has filed a new trademark for a spin-off title Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus, fueling speculation that a remaster or other related projects may be on the cards. But obviously this is where a little bit of speculation comes in, because nothing official has been announced regarding the Dirge of Cerberus. We know there's a new trademark, but what that potentially means for the future of this game is as of yet unknown. So the obvious contender is a remaster of the original, perhaps for the PS4 and or PS5, probably both I'd imagine. But what that remastered version of the game would entail, we can only speculate at this point. In my opinion, the high point of Square's Final Fantasy remasters are the Final Fantasy XII remaster, followed perhaps by the Final Fantasy X remaster. But the Final Fantasy XII remaster was absolutely fantastic in my view. The Zodiac Age, it just really improved upon the original so much and just brought it, to a whole new generation of Final Fantasiers. And even though I played the original Final Fantasy XII back in the day, it wasn't really the most memorable Final Fantasy experience for me, but I really learned to appreciate that game thanks to the changes with the Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age re-release. So I'm hoping if there is going to be a Dirge of Cerberus re-release, even though I never played the original so I can't compare it to that, that they managed to improve upon that experience by bringing in, gameplay enhancements, making any balance adjustments where needed, just like they did with the Final Fantasy XII remaster, so that we can really love the best that that game has to offer. Because, as I say, it did have its faults on its initial release. Not everybody was satisfied with it, so hopefully it won't just be a straight port, but Square will take some of that feedback on board and make adjustments as necessary. And I do think that's especially important in lieu of the fact that clearly if there is going to be a Dirge of Cerberus remaster, then that's there to boost the brand of Final Fantasy VII, because we've got the remake coming out. Square are probably going to want to be capitalising on that. A bad port at this point could only end up doing damage to the Final Fantasy VII brand as a whole. I don't think anybody wants that. So I hope this isn't just going to be some kind of fast cash grab on Square's behalf. Oh, it's got the name Final Fantasy VII in it, it's bound to sell. Let's not put any effort into it, let's just put it out there for people to buy. I hope it's not that. I hope it's something they're going to dedicate time, effort and resources into. But please do share your thoughts in the comments, especially if you've played the original Dirge of Cerberus, what you thought of the game, and if there is going to be a remaster, how you would like that to be presented to us, and what changes, if any, you would like to see. But this also begs the question for me as to whether this is going to be a pattern going forward, if there is going to be a remastered version of Dirge of Cerberus, and if Square are really going all in on the Final Fantasy VII brand, what does that mean for other titles in the compilation? In particular, the game that I think many people would love to see get a remaster on PS4 and or PS5 would be Crisis Core. Now, Crisis Core was a prequel to the original Final Fantasy VII and was released on PSP. It has become a fan favourite. It's a fantastic game. It's a role-playing game, very similar to the original, but with more action-oriented combat mechanics. A little bit like the remake itself. Perhaps many people, myself included, think that it would fit perfectly in to their release of the Final Fantasy VII remake. It would hype the brand up, and I would love to see a remake of that game. So do you think that if we are going to be getting a remake of Dirge of Cerberus, then Square are just testing the waters potentially for future remasters of Final Fantasy VII content down the line? Again, please do share your thoughts on all of this in the comment section below, and for more Final Fantasy VII remake and just Final Fantasy VII now it seems news and updates, then please do stay tuned to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Sounds like you're having fun.